Welcome back to the pig room, you guys, or welcome to the pig room if you are new here. I cannot believe we have another rescue this week. We are going to be rescuing 12 guinea pigs, you guys. Insane. As you guys can see behind me, I have an entire cage set up, but this time it's a little bit different than the last rescue. So we've got our massive 3x7 cage on the top, and then we've got two cages on the bottom, one 3x4 and one 3x3. This is actually a case where we have a mixture of both male and female living together. So obviously we do have to separate them, but with having multiple males, that would not work out with having them in one cage. So I'm going to be splitting them into two separate cages. Not sure exactly in regards to how many males and how many females there are. We will obviously find that out when I have them. But yes, we have 12 guinea pigs that are going to be brought into the pig room yet again. As you guys know, if you guys watched the last rescue, go ahead and check it out if you haven't already. We saved 13 guinea pigs and we found a lot of them homes. And unfortunately, we also lost 3, Connie and 2 babies while they were at the rescue, the 2 babies. So it was very unfortunate, but being able to save 10 of those 13 guinea pigs was definitely worth it, and I'm just so happy we were able to give them a new life. I'm going to pop up the photos of what the situation is looking like because honestly, I want to say, guys, this situation is probably even worse than the last one, so just brace yourself. So as you guys can see on the screen now, you can see a whole bunch of guinea pigs living in a, I'm not even sure what kind of cage it is. It almost looks like it would be like a wildlife type cage for a very wild animal. Yeah, definitely not suitable for guinea pigs. The entire thing is made out of wire and has multiple levels. I believe there's like 3 levels in total. So this just worries me right off the bat because guinea pigs obviously have very delicate feet, and having a wire cage does run the risk of getting bumblefoot, which can be deadly. So these piggies need out of there as soon as possible. The piggies have been smart and they've all decided to go to the bottom level, which is where they have the most solid flooring because it's covered in hay, which is a good thing that they're getting hay. I do know that they're getting hay and veggies, but just no pellets. This situation is a little bit weird. Definitely a first for me. This person actually ended up getting these guinea pigs from his friend who just no longer wanted them. So he actually ended up buying these guinea pigs, $8 per pig, to go ahead and get them and actually find them new homes. So that's really great to know because this person was admitting to the fact that they knew nothing about guinea pigs and also the care that's involved with them, but he did know that they needed more. So that's why he's going to be rehoming them. I can't imagine how claustrophobic these pigs must feel. I mean, 12 guinea pigs on one level is just crazy to me. Again, it's basically just in comparison to our last rescue with several pigs in one pet store cage. One pig in a pet store cage is way too small. So stick 12 in that pet store cage and yeah, you got a whole disaster. And on top of that, you know, you got your males and females mixed together. So I'm pretty sure, 99% sure that we're going to have tons of pregnant females, which is not going to be great. And if they were to give birth in that cage, it could total up to like 50 guinea pigs. Now, surprisingly, I will tell you guys, I do like to take on these very massive rescue situations, just because whenever you're browsing on Craigslist, you will find that, you know, for the majority, there's 2, 3, maybe 4 guinea pigs in a okay, maybe even bad situation. And it's kind of more so rare when you come across these situations where there's like tons and tons living in one very tiny enclosure. And I feel like that is when I really want to step in and do something. And obviously, thankfully, I have the means of doing so. This room is my sewing room and it's honestly turned into the second pig room. But just being able to have this cage in here and doing these situations, it just makes me feel really good that I can give pigs a second life and just really show them what proper care is. Because from what I understand, even with the previous owner's care, like the the first owner, I don't know if the care was good at all. I don't know if they were living in a CNC cage. I don't know if he just gave him that cage. I know nothing, but we will obviously find that out when I go ahead and meet that owner. But these piggies are going to enjoy their entire enclosure. Again, it's a 3x7 split into 3 cages. Obviously, females are going to be on top and separated. Now, as you guys know, I have 16 guinea pigs of my own. And when you have 16, you have your hands full, like literally all the time. So being able to take on another 12 is a pretty big deal. I know that the normal person cannot do that, so I'm very thankful that I'm able to. Also being able to have the support from you guys to be able to do this, but I really wanted to get across my point in regards to what I am doing with these piggies after a couple days. So if you guys don't know or do know, I actually ended up surrendering the last rescue pigs to an amazing rescue. I'll pop their name up on the screen right now. They go by the name Porcellus Guinea Pig Rescue. They are awesome. The lady who runs it is absolutely amazing. So when I came across this listing, I actually ended up sending it to her and be like, oh my God, look at this. And the rescue was actually actually the first one to say, let's do it. So the rescue was really on board with this idea and taking them even before I even mentioned being like, hey, do you think you could do something? They were fully on board, which is really awesome to hear. I did get a couple comments on my Instagram when I was talking about this, and some people were saying like, what I'm doing is more harmful because I'm surrendering them to a rescue. It's already packed. And I can understand that, of course. There's so many rescues out there in the world right now, not even just for guinea pig rescues, but so many other animals that are very, very packed and don't have the means of being able to take more animals, but sometimes they do. So I can understand that. But again, the rescue was the first one to say in our conversation, let's do it. So they were adamant on actually getting these piggies saved. And by the time that I'm recording this video tomorrow, they're actually adopting out 13 guinea pigs. So they have a very high success rate in regards to getting pigs homes. So I do not doubt that these piggies are going to find their forever homes, not just stay at the rescue. So yeah, I just want to get that off the plate because a lot of people were not feeling the best when I said I was going to be surrendering them to a rescue. In this situation, it's much better for me to go ahead and take them all rather than let's say for example, me post a listing and then hopefully, multiple people actually can go ahead and adopt some out. It's not the normal person that can actually adopt out 12 guinea pigs on their own all at once. So if I have the means to do so and I can work closely with a rescue that I know, I think that's an amazing scenario. So I'm really going to seize that and take that opportunity. And where they are coming from and the situation that they are in, it's so bad. And I couldn't believe anyone would be okay with them staying in that situation for longer than a week or two or however long. And also the owner is very, very adamant on finding them new homes as soon as possible because again, he doesn't know how to take care of them properly, but he does know they deserve better. So just want to say that I'm really, really happy that I can go ahead and rescue them all. So let me go ahead and stop rambling and I will show you guys the cage. And actually today's the day that I'm filming right now. We are about to leave. It is currently 9:13 and we're gonna leave here, I believe at 10:30. It's about an hour and a half drive. But yeah, let me go ahead and show you guys their cage. Here is the cage the girls will be going in. So again, I believe there's going to be about 9 females. And obviously this is not a great size for 9 pigs, but given where they're coming from, this thing is a mansion to them. So let me go ahead and give you guys a little tour of the space. This is going to be kind of the designated kitchen area where their hay pile is going to be. So I will add that in before I leave, but we got one of our mega pig mats. Obviously they are on fleece because they got to be nice and cozy in the pig room. Not even sure if they've ever experienced fleece before, so this may be a first for them. So it'll be super interesting to get their reactions on camera. I've got one water bottle right here. We've got some toys as well. We've got the Oxbow Timbel. We've got a cupcake, another Timbel. We've got this little hay ball, a willow twist. We also have our Oxbow little hay tunnel as well. This is actually a hay rack where you can put hay in it, but I don't love that idea because it's kind of small to slap. So I just use it as a tunnel. And then of course, it would not be a rescue video without using our jumbo piggy bunk beds with our jumbo piggy bunk bed pig mats. My pigs love these and I'm sure the rescue piggies will too. They're going to be so incredibly cozy. I may actually have to cover those tops just to make it even more cozy. And also if there's jumpers, I will do that. And then we've also got some pig mats over here to keep them extra cozy. We've got one of our fiddlestick tunnels. We've got another massive water bottle, which was actually sent in by one of my followers. So thank you so much. And then kind of this little makeshift little canopy area to make it nice and cozy and dark. As you guys can tell, I don't have the chloroplast going all the way because this was actually Dove and Dorothy's chloroplast base. They're actually upstairs in my bedroom. I forgot I didn't even mention that. Yeah, they're in my bedroom currently, which is why they're not in this room. This is where they used to be, but just temporarily until these piggies are gone, they're gonna be in my bedroom. But yes, here is their little canopy area. I did want to make things as open as possible just because I wanted to give them as much room to run around and just make sure there's no arguments or anything because I really do not know their personalities and if they get along. I would imagine so that they're kind of forced to just because they're in that really tiny space, but yes, they are going to absolutely love this. And then if we move right on down to the bottom level, as you guys can see here, this is going to be the boys' cage. So again, he said that there was a total of 5 boys and I do not want to put 5 boys together because arguments will definitely happen. So we're gonna have to split them up. I wish there was an even amount of boys because it would be so much easier, 2 boys, 2 boys. But if there is 5, we'll go ahead and do 3 boys, 2 boys. I'm gonna be monitoring them very closely to make sure they're getting along. I have no idea which ones get along, so we're just gonna have to figure that out together. But yes, there's gonna be 3 boys in this 3x4, which is 12 square feet, and then 2 boys in this 3x3, which is 9 square feet. So in this 3x3 cage, we have our jumbo piggy bunk beds. We have 2 of them right there with their pig mats on the inside. Of course, they are on this adorable kind of whale sky fleece, which is so cute. We've got one of our pig room willow balls in the back, a Oxbow Timbel. We have 1 water bottle. I actually need to go ahead and see if I can find 2 others to add, 1 here and then 1 here, just because 1 water bottle is definitely not enough for 2 boys or boys in general. And I also have one of my LA Guinea Pig Rescue few hay racks, which I'm sure they're going to enjoy with munching on. And then right over here, we have our other boys' cage. So again, I wanted to make sure that everything was as open as possible, just in case there was any tussles between the boys, they could kind of freely get away from each other. So I do have a fleece forest back there. So it acts as a hide, but it also acts kind of like a tunnel. Easy enter, easy exit hidey. So that's gonna be super good for the boys. I also paired it with a pig mat on the bottom to keep them extra cozy. We also have our jumbo piggy bunk bed in white over there, Oxbow Timbel. We've got a twig tunnel for them to gnaw on and also another Oxbow Timbel. I really want to give them as much things to chew on as possible because I'm really not sure if these piggies have had enrichment, so I'm sure they're going to get a kick out of these. Again, we have one of our water bottles right here. We do need to add like 1 or 2 more, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if I have those. And because there will be more boys in here, I do have 2 hay racks. So we are gonna go ahead and get this rescue started. I am so excited. I do have to run to the bank and also grab some breakfast, so I'm gonna do that before we go ahead and leave. Again, I will make sure to film the entire process for you guys so you guys can see how this all goes down. But yeah, let's go. All right, guys, so far we have 4 males and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 females, and then whatever this one is right here. Originally, when I first picked them up, I thought there was only 11, but there is 12, so very good to know. All right, so let's go ahead and see what this one is. I gotta warn you guys, this one looks the most ill, not in good condition whatsoever. Hair loss, can't walk, squinty eyes, scrunched over, weight loss, the full 9 yards. It's really, really bad, so gonna be very easy with this one, as much as I possibly can. Let me just take a video to send to the rescue. You can kind of tell, like, super, super wobbly. It cannot walk. It has like no energy. Okay, let's go ahead and see what you are. I'm so sorry, you look so bad, baby. Oh, you're so frail. Oh, guys, this one is so incredibly frail and I feel so bad. Okay, you are a female. Let's go ahead and start moving them into the cage. That was just awful. Good to know we have 4 males, so we have an even amount, so that works out much better. I'm happy about that. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and move in the piggies. Again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 females and 4 males. So let's go ahead and move in the females first. They are so dirty. I don't know if you guys can tell, but like, they just look like they've been in filth and like a dusty environment. From what it actually seemed like, the owner had gotten hay and straw confused, so they were actually not getting hay, only straw, which is obviously not edible for them. So these piggies definitely need hay in their system as soon as possible. And they're also sneezing. I don't know if you heard that in the background, but potential URIs as well. Oh my goodness. Do you like the Timbel? Oh my goodness, is that very yummy? Yes? All right, we'll go ahead and move in our next one, who just jumped right in. This one's a vocal one. She is a little screamer. Missy, you knocked out my microphone. Promise you won't be screaming in 2 seconds. All right, let's go ahead and put you in your new cozy cage. There you go. And then we'll grab this one right here. God, they're so skinny, it's insane. You're small, but you got some vocal cords. Oh my God, look how cute this one is. Oh my God. So I think this one is a teddy guinea pig, if I'm not wrong. You look very teddy-ish. Oops, all right. You're crazy, I'm gonna put you in. There you go. All right, we got 2 more. There you go. All right, guys, and then this one is the sick looking one. So she's my main concern. Let's see how she, I guess, does in the cage. Again, she can't really walk that well, but maybe again with the proper nutrition and getting a load of vitamin C, she should make a full recovery. I really do hope so, even though she looks just really bad. She's giving me, you know, flashbacks to Connie, but hopefully she has a better outcome. So all the piggies are eating their hay and just checking out the new space. They haven't even gone to this side yet. They have a huge cage to explore. I bet you guys think this is much better. So yeah, this one is just not really moving. As you guys can kind of see, oh, I think she's trying to actually eat the toy. Yeah, she is. Oh my goodness. I know it's really bad. So with her being in this condition, I am going to send videos over to the rescue and you know, see what they suggest doing. Obviously, the only thing that I can do right now, just because we don't have a vet appointment scheduled for them on my own, is just, you know, give them hay and pellets and veggies and stuff like that. I will be giving her some Child's Life vitamin C along with the other piggies, and that's kind of all we can do for right now. And hopefully her body kind of responds to the food and nutrition really well. She is so thirsty, you guys. Like, drinking so much water. I don't even know if they got water. Like, oh my goodness. Oh goodness. Oh geez, guys, I feel so incredibly bad. It's so hard, guys, just seeing piggies like this. Like, this is truly the hard part about rescues. It's just when a pig is in this kind of condition, it looks like she's trying to eat hay, but having a very hard time. Jesus. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually get some critical care and start syringe feeding her, because I think that may really help out, because it seems like she can't eat food on her own. They're all just huddled together, munching on their hay. That's so cute to see. They're like, oh my God, this is so delicious. Nice, crunchy, second cut Timothy hay. This is actually our brand of hay. It's literally the best quality ever. I honestly cannot rave more strongly about our hay. It's the best. Oh, this one has decided to go all the way over to the other side of the cage and explore. It's so cute when you put the bunk beds together and they run through them. It's adorable. So that one's sneezing a little bit. So she may have some type of upper respiratory infection. So she's definitely gonna have to get checked out. They're so cute. All right, let's go ahead and move in the boys. So our first boy is going in. Maybe we'll go ahead and put in our second boy. We'll let them explore, and then we'll move in the other two. Our third boy going in. And lastly, our fourth boy. They're immediately taking to the hay, which I expected, because these piggies were not getting hay, they were getting straw, which is insane to me, crazy. So it turns out that this one is actually very aggressive. It was just chasing around this one, which was in this cage. It was actually jumping up on top of here to get away from him. So I ended up actually putting him inside of this cage. So he's now with these two and they're getting along actually amazingly. So he may just have to have bar buddies for the time being until he can obviously find you see them all, they're all thirsty. I gotta get another water bottle as they're all kind of arguing over that. But yeah, he'll just be by himself for the time being. It won't be for long until obviously he finds a cage mate, but they're getting along amazing and they also have the bigger cage as well. So it works out fine. He's just enjoying himself, just sipping on some water. I just stopped doing critical care a little bit ago and she is now eating a little bit of hay on her own. I am gonna try and do some more critical care feedings with her to see if she'll take to it. I do also have some Emerade, which is another form of critical care, but just by a different brand, and put some in the dish and see if she'll take to that as well, because this poor girl is definitely dehydrated and for sure needs like food in her system as soon as possible. So yeah, she's our critical case and the rest are surprisingly doing very well. Do you want some, Missy? Here. I know. Here. Look. Yes. Look, do you want any? Oh, good girl. Yes, eat the food, baby. Is that good? Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, sweetie. You deserve to be treated much better. And I hope that everything I do helps you out. I really do. This sucks. I'm like almost wondering if it's like a neurological thing because she's like wobbling around so much. And like maybe she fell off one of the levels or something. Like it could honestly be that, you know, or something like just really bad nutrition and honestly maybe even like no nutrition, like she wasn't getting any food. Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetie. Here you go. Here. Oh, I know. Yes, you got it, girl. Good girl. Yes, was that yummies? I got plenty more. You can have all that you want, I promise. So I'm just gonna keep on feeding her as much as I possibly can because I know that she needs, you know, critical care inside of her system right now. I also have my Child's Life vitamin C right here, which I'll go ahead and give her as well, just to give her a nice boost of some vitamin C. Here, you want some? Yeah, good girl. Good job. Is that yummy? I know you probably never had this before. Here. Oh, you're doing all these turns now? So you guys can kind of see how she's, oh my God, you did like a full turn, Missy. How she's kind of very wobbly. It's okay. Oh my God, guys, she's just resting in my hands right now. Oh my God, I'm getting like teary-eyed. It's like, she's like thanking me right now. Oh my God, are you okay, baby? I know, you're okay. You're in good hands now, literally. Can we do one more? Can we do another? Oh, good girl. Okay, I'm gonna get you some vitamin C now, okay? You want some of this? She most definitely has scurvy, just given the state of her spine and her body weight. It's so bad. Definitely looks a lot worse than what Connie looked like. Do you want some more? Just a little bit more. There we go. Good girl. No, that's what you need. You need your vitamin C, Missy. The most amazing, amazing face that I could see in the morning was, of course, hers. And guys, when I tell you, she just looks like she has so much more life to her face, and I am so happy. Her eyes just look so much more lively and open. Obviously, her posture, as you can tell, is still not the greatest, but even looking at her fur, in the course of like 24 hours, it looks already so much better. And also when she walks, she's not walking right now, but when she walks, she doesn't wobble anymore. So this is insane to me because it really just shows that like when a guinea pig, first of all, isn't getting the right nutrition, they can get affected very, very quickly. And those side effects can be very bad, as you guys could have seen earlier with her. But it also proves that when the guinea pig is on correct nutrition, they can really bounce back super quickly. So last night, I actually ended up doing like multiple critical care feedings with all of the pigs. They downed like 2 bowls, which is really good to see. As you can tell, they love their pellets. They finished a good amount this morning, but all of them are doing super well. Got the boys down here, of course, who are munching down on their pellets with each other. So adorable. This one has not left his piggy bunk bed because he loves it so much, but he's got his pellets over there, good amount of poops, and I gave them all a nice top up of hay, which they are enjoying as well. I almost kind of want to see if she'll walk so you guys can kind of see how she's like not wobbly anymore. Oh, see? Like she can actually walk without, you know, being all shaky. So she finally has a little bit more strength to her, which is really nice to see. Oh my God, guys, this is literally the best sight to see right now. I'm so happy. Oh my God, girl, you're getting so much better. So obviously like through time, she's gonna have to, you know, keep improving, but this is a really great positive for us in just seeing her improve again in less than 24 hours. This is insane to me. But again, you know, when you take really great care of your piggies, they're really gonna show that you do take care of them. So I could not be more happy for this little girl because again, I was super worried about her, even more worried than I was for Connie. Just because she looked like she was even worse, which she was. And the fact that she's able to now bounce back and look like she's going to make a full recovery, this is awesome. I could not be happier. And her favorite thing to do is to sit in the pellet dish. I mean, it is pretty massive, but I'll let her have it. I'll let her have all the fun that she wants, even if it's kind of gross if she poops in it, but hey, it happens. But yeah, the first morning has gone really well. They finished so much water, so I had to refill this one and this one down here. They are very, very thirsty. I'm gonna go ahead and do their first ever spot clean because, again, with having so many piggies, there's so many poops, especially these boys down here. Oh my God, it is poop galore. So yeah, we're gonna give them their first spot clean and get their cages looking much better.
Small city thinking, I get why you left. Small-minded people sure know how to drink. I came to the party, I laughed at the jokes you made. I wish that I hadn't, 'cause now the joke's on me. I didn't come here just so I could watch you make a mess. I didn't come here to ugly cry in my favorite dress. So what the hell were you thinking then when you kissed your lips? Now I'm kinda glad you did. 'Cause now you
So guys, we actually came up with names for all of the piggies, so I just wanted to introduce you to each and every single one. I actually have it written on my phone because they're like freshly named, so I don't remember, but let me go ahead and introduce you guys to the piggies. So this boy right here, we actually named on Instagram Live, and that is Eric, who is actually a teddy guinea pig. He is so incredibly stunning. He's got this gorgeous like auburn color hair with some white. He is stunning, but yes, his name is Eric. This one right here is Topher, who is currently nibbling on the twig tunnel. He is a crazy boy, so I feel like that name fit him perfectly. This one right over here, if I can get his face on camera, he is Clay. We were gonna go with Clayton, but we felt like Clay was just a little bit more suitable for him. So this is Clay, our lone boy over here, who again is just obsessed with his piggy bunk bed. He cannot leave it. His name is Chrome. I felt like with this black and white fur, that name was just very suitable. So that is Chrome. And then moving on to the ladies, we have Taylor right here, who is actually pregnant. I cannot believe it, but I went ahead and actually felt her stomach, and I could feel at least one baby moving around. You guys can tell she is very big. So she definitely has at least 2 babies in there, which I'm not surprised about because again, she was living with males. The other ones are not showing signs of being pregnant, but when they do go to the rescue and go to the vet, they're actually gonna be getting ultrasound, so we will find out if anyone else is pregnant. The teddy guinea pig, who's being very mean right now, that is Tove, inspired by the artist Tovlo, and she loves to popcorn, so that is her name. This one right here, who actually matches Taylor, the pregnant mom, is Ivy. I felt like this one fit her really, really well. She just looks like an Ivy. The one in the far corner over there, she has quite the personality, and I must admit, she is very snappy. We actually ended up naming her as well on Instagram Live. So her name is Ellie. She really is a bad girl and kind of is just very independent, even though she is so small. So I felt like Ellie was perfect for her. This one right here is Wendy, who is very, very skittish and shy. So she's mainly black with a little bit of white on her back. I actually had plans on naming Wanda, my pig, Wendy originally. So I felt like, you know what? I didn't use the name, so let's use it this chance that we have. This one right here, who is currently sleeping, is Charlie. She has decided that she wants to be very sleepy right now while I'm trying to introduce her. And then our one right here, who is our sick guinea pig, who is actually doing much better, thankfully. Her name is Ariel. When I kind of saw her red hue fur, I was like, you know what? Ariel seems just perfect for her name, so that is her name right there. And then last, but certainly not least, we have our very beautiful girl right here, who is actually a Texel, as you guys can tell by her very curly fur in the back, and her name is Fifi. I needed to have like a name that was kind of similar to Jojo. She gives me Jojo vibes for sure, and I kind of wanted to honor him, so I felt like naming her kind of like a double name, where it's the same at the beginning and the same at the end, was just super suitable. So her name is Fifi, and I just feel like she's so cute, and that name Fifi just goes perfectly. So that is our little Fifi girl. But those are all the piggies' names, and I could not be more happy to actually call them by something rather than just, you know, like nothing. And I truly do feel like everyone fits their names super well. As you could have saw, I did go ahead and give them their spot clean, and their cage is looking much better. I do actually need to give Fifi a bath because I'm actually not sure if she's supposed to be like pure white or this cream color. Maybe her being this cream color is just dirt, given her, you know, last housing arrangements. So I'm very curious to know if she's going to have like a bunch of filth come off of her. So we're gonna wait till tomorrow to go ahead and do that, because tomorrow is actually when we go ahead and drop off these piggies, which is very sad to say. I did not have them for long at all. I really, really wish I could keep them for even longer, just to really show you guys them, you know, more often and just to see their progress. But from what I can tell and how these piggies are doing just in the amount of 3 days with me, everyone is going to have a super bright future full of health, and that is enough to make me feel really happy. So I'm meeting the rescue tomorrow at around noonish, where we will actually be bringing all of these piggies besides 2 of them, which I'm very excited to tell you guys about. Do not get too excited. This is going to potentially only be a temporary situation, but who knows, it may be permanent, and we might welcome these 2 piggies into our family for good, into the pig room. And those 2 piggies that we are going to be holding on to are Ariel and Fifi. Of course, they are the most cutest ones ever. Obviously, when it comes to doing rescues and having a sick guinea pig, I feel like, you know, it's just natural for me to want to go ahead and keep the sickest one, because truthfully guys, like when you do nurse a guinea pig back to health and spending all of that time with them, you do form such a strong bond with them. And immediately after the first 24 hours of spending my time with her, Ariel, I was like, yeah, me and you are connected, girl, so I think you are going to have to stay here. And then of course with Fifi, she is absolutely adorable, so it's like impossible for me to go ahead and give her up. And you know, how can you deny that face? It's just too much to deal with. I can't. They do both have vet appointments scheduled for Wednesday, so I'll bring you guys along for that, just because she has been sneezing a little bit, and again, I just want to get her checked out. So she may potentially have a mild URI, and she obviously should just be checked out overall. So yeah, we want to make sure that they're healthy if they're going to be welcomed to our family. Now obviously with like every rescue I do, of course I want to keep them all. I get like loads of comments from you guys being like, you should keep them, you should keep them. But you guys have to understand that I have 16 guinea pigs of my own, and I also at the same time run a full-time business. So I definitely have my work cut out for me like every single day. So adding this many piggies into my family would just not be practical for myself, and then them living in like the bare minimum cage sizes, it would just not be, you know, fair to them. So it's a much better situation for them to go off to a rescue, to be able to live in like the right size cages and just have a chance at being adopted by some amazing people. This rescue goes through a screening process for potential adopters, so if anyone is going to be rescuing these piggies, the rescue is going to be making sure that they're going to go off to a good home. So that makes me feel at peace knowing that these piggies definitely deserve like the world and more, just given where they came from. I did actually reach out to the owner, the person that I picked them up from, and he did let me know that his friend, he suspects, was a breeder. Kind of sketchy, because it's like, if he's your friend, like, wouldn't you know? But regardless of the point, yeah, I think that they were a breeder, just given, you know, the certain kind of breeds that we do have. They're very unique. They're not just like smooth hair Americans and Abyssinians. Like we have some Texel and Teddy mixes, which typically you find to be from breeders themselves. And also he did say to me that they lived in a big area. Not really sure how big it was, or if all these pigs live with each other, which would be kind of weird coming from a breeder, because usually they have like designated cages and stuff, but they were given to him in that cage. So not really sure where they were living like prior to that owner, or also how long they were living in that very small wire cage. But regardless of the point, they are out of that situation, which is all that matters. I cannot believe they lived in that thing for like more than a day. If I was a piggy, I would be going like nuts and just be super claustrophobic. So the fact that we were able to go ahead and save these piggies and get them out of there, I just feel so much better. It's weird because whenever I do rescues, I'm always like putting myself in the pig's shoes, and I'm like, if that was me as a pig in that situation, like I would want someone to go ahead and rescue me and bring me into like, you know, a situation like this. So that's when things kind of get a little sticky for me, because I'm like, oh goodness, yep, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do another rescue, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more rescues in the future. I love this so much, you guys, and also just being able to bring you guys along this journey. I think this is also really helpful for you guys who want to get into rescuing as well. Now, I must say it's not easy. I hope these videos don't come across as easy, because it's definitely a lot of work, especially when you're dealing with, you know, sick guinea pigs or just ones that are very ill and need constant attention. Rescuing guinea pigs is definitely not for the normal person, just because especially when you're dealing with a sick guinea pig, like they need your attention constantly. So being able to be there and do critical care feedings and just constantly checking up on them, it's just not something a normal person can do with like a 9-to-5 job. You need to be someone who's constantly home, and thankfully I'm very grateful that I get to work from home and do things like this. These babies have definitely proven to be some special guinea pigs, and again, I'm just so incredibly grateful that we were able to go ahead and do it. And honestly guys, I was not able to do it without your support. We raised, I think, over like almost close to $1,000 for this GoFundMe and saving these piggies, so a huge chunk of that funds is going to go towards the rescue. Obviously, I just have to cover my transportation costs and a little bit of food with the veggies. But other than that, like we have so much money going to the rescue, which is going to help out all these piggies with getting all checked out at the vet. And if the rescue does have money left over from the GoFundMe, they can obviously go ahead and use that for their other pigs, because obviously they have tons. Tomorrow is actually the day when we drop them off. I'm very, very sad. But again, this was a great thing to happen. And I did my job in it and basically facilitating this rescue, getting them out of that situation, and we're gonna bring them to an amazing rescue. But yes, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I do actually have to prep their carriers and wipe them down, get that all prepped and ready, load them up with pig mats so they're super cozy.